Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Now, for those American patriots of certain kind of stripes, the tanks are coming to Ukraine. The US tanks are going to win the war for Ukraine and from the Western civilization. Well, they're coming probably in September, if Ukraine is going to be a country by then, or maybe if Russia will be a country by then. We'll see, but it's the big pump right here. The Abrams M1 tanks are gonna be in Ukraine in September. September. In August, they will arrive in Germany for some refurbishing. That means what? For them getting ready, glue them, grease them, or maybe repair them. Are gonna be new tanks or gonna be old tanks? That's a question I have. And that's a criminal question. Why? Because these guys are sending Leopard 1 tanks made in 1960s. Yes, 60s. I think that's a crime. It's a crime. You're going to give someone a sword to go and attack someone with an automatic weapon. That's a crime. So send those Abrams 1, as they are the newest ones, the fantastic ones, and the Russians will be all running towards them. All right, let's see, to get that money that are promised. Russia Today, July 27th, 2023. American tanks to reach Ukraine in September, Politico reports. Yay! President Biden has promised to donate battalion of Abrams vehicles to Kiev in January. That's it, Russians are dead. The US hopes to deliver the first Abrams heavy tanks to Ukraine sometime in September, so they could join the ongoing offensive, Politico reported on Thursday. The Pentagon had previously estimated their deployment sometime in the fall. End quote. The first handful of tanks will be sent to Germany in August, where they will undergo final refurbishments before getting shipped to Ukraine the following month, the outlet said, citing 6 unnamed officials familiar with the discussions. I have 29 unnamed sources, confidential or anonymous sources, telling me that the aliens came in the city last night and had a little drinking party in the main bar. Would you believe me? I get, 30-some sources, anonymous sources. All right. I'm not saying that's not true here, but it's just the way this guy tells us 6 unnamed officials familiar with the discussions. Means 0. 6 to 8 tanks will be involved in the initial delivery, according to a congressional aide and an industry official. The US has pledged a total of 31 tanks, or equivalent to of a Ukrainian battalion. President Biden promised the Abrams in January, reportedly as a way to push Germany into delivering Leopard 2 tanks to Kiev. Don't give me that. You don't have to. You do it so the other guys are doing it. You said you will not send them in the first place, as you said, fighter jets and many others. But hey, we are the weasels believing you, right? No. While over a dozen Leopards have since been destroyed in the heavy fighting, the US tanks are yet to make their entrance. I read an article 6, 7, 8 months ago, maybe 8 months ago or so, I think it was in January or something like that, where they said that they will not send the Abrams 1 tanks yet because they need to take some components out in case they will fall in the Russians' claws. What could that be? Because they are very high tech. So that means you get the edge. So this high tech, isn't that something that makes them fantastic? Now, if you remove that because you're afraid the Russians will look into it, first, you don't trust your tank. That means you know it's going to be blown up or captured. Secondly, you're going to remove the edge. That means you're going to make it an average tank, right? And you endanger the lives of the crews, the tank crews, which are going to be Ukrainians. Now, you tell me. I made a video on that a while ago. As I said, I can't remember, 8 months ago, 6 months ago. Time passes like crazy. Ukrainian tankers, right there, are already learning to use the Abrams at the US Army base in Grafenwöhr, Germany. Grafenwöhr. I know what graph means, count. Anyway, the 10-week training course should wrap up in August, a Pentagon official has said, and I knew what this meant too, but hey, I can't remember now. Originally, the Pentagon intended to use the more modern M1A1 variants, but changed plans in March, opting for older M1A1. Holy moly macaroni! Let's check this one out and see how old these guys are. Okay, because if they're about 1960s, I'm gonna be having a heart attack live here. Jesus Christ. Designed 1972, 1975. Were you born there? Jesus Christ, my friends. Manufacturer. Designed, remember, produced 1979. That's what, the Iranian Revolution or something. Remember, my friends, here, from the technology of 72 to 75. That's what these guys were designed. With that technology. And they fight in 2023. God damn it, man. That's what? 50 years. 50 years. And remember, in technological years, there is, I don't know, someone who's 80 goes to fight for the World Boxing Championships. No offense to the 80-year-old man, but stay home. The same here. I didn't know. I thought they were sending the good ones. They don't even send the right ones. This is a crime. This is unbelievable, my friends. Not unbelievable. It's believable because these guys are as they are. Jesus Christ. The first tanks need to be refurbished, which includes stripping them of sensitive, that's what I was talking about, technology the US fears might be captured by Russia, from fire control systems to the depleted uranium armor. Jesus Christ. Washington is currently working with NATO allies to establish heavy maintenance repair facilities, especially for battle damage. So the Abrams tanks and Bradley infantry fighting vehicles already delivered to Kiev can be maintained. About half of the 190 promised Bradleys have been delivered to Ukraine, but many have been destroyed in the fighting, while Ukrainian troops are reportedly cannibalizing the damaged ones for parts. I can't believe. The US and its allies have sent Ukraine over $100 billion worth of weapons, ammunition and equipment since hostilities with Russia escalated in February 2022, while insisting they are not actually a part of the conflict. Well, I would say they definitely are. It's like you fight a neighbor and the third neighbor gives the neighbor you're fighting with weapons to kill you. Well, is that involved? 100%. Moscow has repeatedly said that the deliveries of Western weapons would not change the course of the conflict, insisting that NATO-supplied tanks would burn, and quote, on the battlefield. Russia also argued that the military aid to Kiev de facto makes NATO delivery directly involved. Talk is cheap. What are they going to do about it? Nothing. So, that's alright. Until Biden's January announcement, Western tanks deliveries had consisted mostly of Polish, Czech and Slovak T-72s. Since then, Kiev has received several variants of the German-made Leopard 1, 1962 I think, tanks, N2, and about 14 British Challenger 2S that have yet to make an appearance on the battlefield. The British said don't use them in dangerous situation, in dangerous situations. That's a war, my man. At over 60 tons, both are significantly heavier than Ukraine's initial T-64 and the T-72 fleet. The 70-ton gas turbine-powered Abrams was developed in 1970s, thank you very much, and first saw combat in 1991 Gulf War. Since then, stripped-down exports versions have been provided to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Egypt, Morocco, Iraq, Australia. You go in that tank, I would not go. I would be court-martialed to go in those tanks. But hey, when you love your country, you go and fight the enemy with a knife, or without anything, with your bare hands. Come over here. So, my friends, the tanks are coming. Ukraine is saved. The war will be over in November, before the hunting season, 15th of November. Actually, September. So what is in September? A few birthdays, not mine. Anyway, my friends, here it is. A disappointment. And I'm gonna send what, 31 old tanks refurbished and taken the whatever out of those, the uranium depleted plates and the armor and the fire or something. All right, well, good luck with them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.